What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen someone try to smuggle back from deployment? I watched a guy attempt to ship home an entire Iraqi taxicab piece by piece, hidden inside care packages. This was 2007, stationed outside Baghdad. My buddy Jake had fallen in love with these bright orange and white Iraqi taxis. Ancient Toyotas held together with duct tape and prayer, but somehow they kept running through anything. Jake became obsessed, spent every off-duty hour talking to local drivers, learning about the engines, even picked up enough Arabic to negotiate parts. Guy was a mechanic back home, saw these cars as some kind of automotive miracle. 3 months into deployment, he announces his master plan. I'm shipping one home, gonna rebuild it in my garage, drive it around Detroit, show people what real engineering looks like. We all laughed. Dude, you can't mail a car to Michigan. That's not how international shipping works. Jake just grinned. Watch me. Started with small parts. Alternator in a care package labeled electronic equipment. Carburetor wrapped in bubble wrap marked as kitchen supplies. Sent his mom detailed instructions about storing everything in her basement. Week by week, packages kept going out. Transmission labeled as exercise equipment. Doors disguised as furniture parts. The guy was systematically disassembling an entire vehicle and mailing it across the ocean. His mom called every few days, confused about these mysterious packages. Jake, what am I supposed to do with this rusty metal thing? Just put it in the basement, Mom. I'll explain when I get home. The operation got more elaborate. Jake recruited other soldiers to help ship parts from different bases. Had a whole network running. Engine block went out as industrial machinery. Seats became camping gear. Mailroom staff started getting suspicious. Why is Private Jake shipping 200-pound packages twice a week? Guy was spending his entire paycheck on postage. Jake always had an explanation ready. Care packages for my sick grandmother. She collects automotive memorabilia. 2 months before we rotated home, disaster struck. Big package inspection at the mail center. Random security check. They opened Jake's latest shipment. Inside was the entire dashboard. Steering wheel still attached, obviously from a foreign vehicle. Customs paperwork said decorative wall art. The investigators weren't buying it. Jake got called in for questioning. Faced potential charges for import violations, false customs declarations, maybe even trafficking stolen property. The whole operation unraveled fast. Turns out he'd been shipping car parts for 6 months. Over $4,000 in postage. His mom's basement looked like an automotive graveyard. Stacks of rusty parts everywhere, carefully labeled and organized. The funniest part? Jake had never actually bought the taxi. Just started collecting parts from various junkyards and mechanic shops around Baghdad. Never owned the original car he was supposedly rebuilding. During the investigation, they discovered Jake had inadvertently shipped parts from 17 different vehicles. His dream restoration project was actually components from multiple cars, different years, some not even the same make. Military police made him provide documentation for every single part. Receipts, bills of sale, proof of legitimate purchase. Jake had kept everything. Turned out all his parts were legally bought and paid for. Charges got dropped. Jake received a formal reprimand for false customs declarations, but nothing criminal. Lost his shipping privileges for the remainder of deployment. His mom spent 3 days hauling scrap metal to local junkyards, made about $300 selling Jake's automotive collection for recycling, told everyone in the neighborhood about her son's strange hobby. Jake finished his deployment, came home to an empty basement and a very annoyed mother. She donated his decorative wall art to a vocational school's auto shop program. 6 months later, Jake bought a perfectly good used Honda Civic from a dealer in downtown Detroit. Never mentioned Iraqi engineering again. Last I heard, that vocational school built a working engine from Jake's random parts collection. Students still use it for training exercises. They call it the Baghdad Special.